live. I don't know. For now, currently, I'll be going live. So I'm making a rush gown. A bubu rush gown. I'm going to be flipping over so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. Alright. Okay, so this is it. I've already sorry. I've already gone ahead shoulder line here. This is the shoulder line. So sorry, my table, I'm using the smaller table because the sun outside is so heavy. So I don't want to use I don't want to go outside. The sun is so heavy. So now I want to place my camera here so that you guys can be seeing what I'm doing. Okay, so my camera is going to be here now. Alright. I believe you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, so the first thing I'll be doing here is I hope you guys can actually hear what I'm saying. Okay, so let me just get started. So right here, this is the shoulder line. You're going to get your full length, all right? Get your full length down to wherever you want it to be. Okay, so I don't want any joining by the side, all right? I don't want any joining by the side, so this now is my full length. So the next thing I'll be doing is to measure so when you're taking this, when you're doing this, you're going to measure the person's together sleeve. That's from from here now. You're going to measure from here. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing already, so there is no need doing that from the middle point of your neckline down to anywhere you want the sleeve to stop. From the middle point of your back neckline down to anywhere you want the sleeve to stop. So this sleeve is actually going to be stopping somewhere here, somewhere here. So that's a total of 25 inches. Alright? This 25 inches the sleeve actually is 24, but I'm adding a 1 inch allowance for it. So 25 inches, that's this whole place. From here to here is 25 inches. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to get the V neckline. So I'm using just 3 inches for the neckline. The normal 3 inches we always use. 3 inches, and then for the V, I'll be doing 6.5. She doesn't want it to be so down, so I'll be going with 6.5. Let me get my finish line. So I'm going to connect this to this place. So this is it here. Okay, and for the back neckline, I'll be using just 1 inches for the back neckline. this for the back neckline. I'm also going to connect it to this place as well. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. The only place we'll be having joining is at the middle back, that's the center back. That's the only place we'll be having a joining. We'll be joining together. We'll not join anything at the sleeve. Sorry, I'm setting this thing up. It moves down a bit, so I have to reset it again. When you're working with a vintage material, you have to keep setting and setting and setting and setting. So, with this being done, I'm going to cut out the neckline for the back. You guys remember, this 1 inch is for the back. I'm going to do it again. For the back neckline, I did 3 inches, okay? 3 inches and then 1 inch for the back neckline. While for the front neckline, I did 6.5. I'm going to cut this out. Okay, so this is what we have now. The next thing I'll be doing is to cut here. That's the front neckline. I'm going to notch here. It's just 1/2 inches that is remaining here. So I'll be cutting this now. So with this being done, the next thing I will do is to come to this side of the sleeve. I'm going to get the opening for the sleeve. I hope you guys can see this. Let me just check. Okay. So I'm coming over to this side. What we are going to do here is I'm going to get her round sleeve for here is 11. So her round sleeve for here is 11 divided by 2. That's going to give me 5.5. Well, I'm going to add 1/2 inches. That's 6. You can actually go ahead and do add 1 inches, but I want to add 1/2 inches to it. All right. So that will be here 6. The 1/2 inches I'm adding is just the 1/2 inches I'm going to be stitching here with, because I'm going to cover here. I'm still going to stitch the shoulder, so I'm going to take out 1/2 inches, then it will still be remaining 5.5 inches. Alright. So I'm going to open this to this place and I'll stop. Just it. Stopping here. You can, when sewing, I'll just sew it round. Or you know what? To avoid, I'm just going to add extra 1/2 inch to it. to avoid it being so tight on her sleeve. Okay, so this is it. I added extra half an inch to it. Alright. So now we are moving forward to start sewing. And I always like turning the neckline of my clothes. I always like turning it up. I don't like using bias or all this material to fold, but you can actually go ahead and fold if you want to do folding. But I prefer turning with another fabric. So now I'm cutting out a facing for the back. Let me just use one to cut it out. I'm actually done cutting this. Oh, sorry. So so I'm actually done cutting this right now. All right. This is okay, let me just, it's going to be 2 because of the 2 back. So this is for the back. I'm going to get that of the front. Six and a half is not up to it, so which means I will need to join and then cut for the front, because if I do it straight up like this, you guys remember that what we have on the neckline of the front is 6 and a half, so it's just going to remain half inches, which doesn't make any sense. So I'll have to join up and then cut it like this. Okay, so we have like 9 and a half here, which is quite enough. So we'll go with that 9 and a half. So now I'm placing the front on top of the facing. So because I'll be joining back, I'm going to leave allowance here for the joining, okay? So this is it here. This is what we have now. And then I'm going to open the down part. So let me just trim here a bit because I feel like it's so big. So this is it for now, right? For the front. So I'm done with the front and the back. The next thing I'll be doing is to get my strap because it's going to be having a strap. You all know there's a strap in the front. You really need to make it more longer than the full length that you have there. This is about 3 yards. I'm going to cut this out. I don't know how many this is now, but I'm just cutting it. Two, 1.5, like 2 inches, yeah, because I'll be folding it. It's quite big, that's why it's a bit hard to cut. So this is what we have now. Do you know, I actually remembered something now. The easy way I should have made this so that I won't have to start adding another fabric inside the middle. Okay, I think this was going to be enough. I think this strap is going to be enough for the front. Let me just measure it and see how many it is. Okay, it's up to 51 inches, so it's going to be enough, obviously. But if it's not enough, I'm still going to add another one to it. All right, So I was actually saying, what I was saying earlier is that I just remembered I should have used this place as the front, this place now as the front, and then used here as the back, so that I would easily fold this into two like this. But I did not do it like that, so I'm still going to add another fabric in the middle here. So let's just get started already. So the first thing we'll be doing here is to join this back together, this back on this half length, on this half inches. I'm going to join it all the way down. I'm going to join it all the way down. All right, so we are moving over to the sewing machine now. Yes. So I'm going to, from here, this notch that I gave, I'm going to now sew it straight down. I don't know the thread I have under. It's red. I need black. There is no black here. I'm just going to fill this reader. Okay, we have light. Let me just do this. Okay, I'm trying to set up my machine to turn it over to electric because we have light now. Before we used to, I used manual last night because there was no light. So I'm turning it over. Alright. So let me just fill up my reader. Okay, here we go. One. Okay, so back to business. We are sewing this place that we notched all the way down. All right. Oh my, sorry. This is making a whole lot of noise. I don't know why this keeps making a whole lot of noise. Hello, K-drama. Okay, I already checked it. I have to tighten a knot. There's a knot there. I just have to tighten it. Okay. I'll just be fast with this. So had it been this is our front now, if this is the front, if I'm using this place as the front, I'm going to be sewing something like 1.5 inches, because I'll be needing to fold it like this to this side and the other one to the other side. I don't know if red is bad for that. Okay, yeah, I already changed the under thread to black. So as I was saying earlier, if this is the front, as I told you guys, I would have done it if I had used this place as the front. Then I'll be sewing 1.5 inches. I'll be sewing here and not here, because reason being that I'm going to fold this like this to this side later on. I'm going to be folding it like this and also be folding this one like this to the other side, because I'll be passing the strap through these two places. I hope you guys understand. All right, so that is it for now. Since I'm not using it for the front, I'm using it as the back. I'm just going to sew on 1/2 inches. All right, so when you're making a vintage, just be drawing it a bit, because if you don't draw it, when after sewing and you draw it like this, all the seam is going to lose. Or when you're washing your clothes and you're squeezing it, the seam is going to just lose. Anything vintage or lacquer material, all these kind of materials that are stretchy, this is just how you're going to be doing it. Okay, we are almost done with here. So this is it now. I'm done with here. I need to cut this out. So I just need to trim that off. So right now we are done with the back. So the next thing I'll be doing is to join the neckline together. So this is the neckline for the back. I'm getting that of the front. So I'm joining this to this place. This is, see, I hope you guys understand this. So this is the neckline of the back, while this is that of the front. I'm going to go ahead and join this to this place. Why I join this to this place? But before then, I think I want to, you can actually do it like this, and then later on you can turn everything all round if you want to do it like that. But I don't want to do it like that. I want to turn the neckline of the front differently first before I go for the back. All right, so right here on the front, I'm going to be adding another material here, because I told you guys I did not use this place as the front. What I explained earlier here,